Texas League Baseball is next. And welcome into this proud broadcast of Texas League Baseball. And now the star of the show, Jonathan Baker. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you, Bob. We are live. Texas League is the first game of our 6-game set between the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks and your San Antonio Missions. Well, we are getting started at a 4:05 first pitch to start off the homestand. And so far, we're just getting ready to get underway of this first homestand of May. And yep, gotta say, it's been a long 2 weeks on the road, and super happy that we are back home and we are ready to go in this one. Well, we got tomorrow morning baseball at 11:05 a.m. as we have the second game of our 6-game set against Corpus Christi, as we have Children Awareness Day, as school districts around San Antonio will be here. And boy, the stadium will be packed up on a Wednesday morning as we get ready for morning baseball here in San Antonio. Thursday night, it is Taco Bell Value Night, as the Missions will be the Flying Chanclas de San Antonio as we continue our series against the Hooks. Friday is also a Flying Chancla Friday as we get set for the fourth of a 6 games. And then as we continue our series, Saturday night, 7:05, our first pitch. And Sunday, to conclude the 6-game set, 1:05, our first pitch on Sunday afternoon. Missions after this homestand will head north as they take on the Wichita Wind Surge there on the porch. And then coming back home to take on the Amarillo Sod Poodles in a 6-game set. And then getting back on the road as they'll head up to Midland or Frisco. And we'll have to see where our next destination lies after our 6 games with Amarillo. Go online now. Oh, gotta say, we are back after a 2 weeks on the road, 10 games, 2 rain-out games, as pretty much both the 6 games at the end of both 2 weeks on the road were rained out. Yeah, I gotta say, John, it was not looking good there in Arkansas or Frisco as well. But evidently, much needed rain, I guess, was needed for both areas. There in Arkansas at All-American Statesman's Park there in Frisco. And boy, I got to tell you one thing. It rained pretty good there in both those AA towns. And I got to say, Bob, absolutely right. But evidently for the Rough Riders, we will have a 7-game homestand. We'll have 2 games on a determined day. We don't know when we will have that 2-game doubleheader. And yeah, so far there will not be a makeup against Arkansas, so that's going to have to be out of the picture. And for the remainder of the year, the Missions don't think play the Arkansas Travelers, but I think they do. They will start the second half of the season up there in Arkansas, a 3-game set against the Travelers, then 6 games up in Midland as we get set for the second half of the season there in Arkansas. Well, gotta say, glad everybody is back home. And yes, we've had 2 weeks on the road. We've stopped in Arkansas for a 6-game set, even though it was cut short to a 5-game set. And just as it was there in Frisco, as we were at Statesman's Park, and it was cut down to a 5-game set as well. So for Corpus Christi and San Antonio tonight, the weather does look quite intriguing for a Thursday night matinee, as the Weather Channel says that there could be a potential for severe thunderstorms to roll through the area on the evening as we take on the Corpus Christi Hooks. And I gotta say, I hope Mother Nature will let us play ball on that evening, but we'll definitely see where all heads prevail in that one. But anyway, gotta say, if it does rain, well, you can always trade your rain out ticket for a brand new ticket here at our box office, or if you bought a mobile ticket, come by our box office and we'll get you going and ready for another game, and just choose the day you want to come out and you are good to go. But anyway, I gotta say, we'll see what happens on Thursday night, Taco Bell Value Night, as we play as the Flying Chanclas to San Antonio, Thursday and Friday night games. Saturday, we'll have our 7:05 matinee as we continue our 6-game set with Corpus Christi. And don't forget, it's post-game fireworks show extravaganza at the end of the game. And gotta say, Sunday we'll have our first pitch at 1:05 p.m. as we'll have Bark in the Park presented by Petco PetSmart, our horse supply place, our I will say our best horse riding place out there at West Creek Trail Rides. Visit westcreektrailrides.com, right off of 151 and Wiseman Road here off in San Antonio. And so far, it's not far from where we play ball, but evidently it is off of 151. I say again, 151 and Wiseman Road. You go down on Wiseman Boulevard, you go a couple lights down. There's a brand new light already being installed, but it's not working as of this point forward. You go one light down and another, and so far you'll be looking for a road called West Creek Oaks Drive. You're going to take a left on that road, go all the way down the ranch right-hand side, and there it is, West Creek Oaks Drive, or West Creek Trail Rides. You'll see a sign, and so far, pretty good one as that point forward. Well, gotta say, we are super excited that everybody is here tonight. We're going to have a good time in this homestand, and we hope you're ready. We got Texas League Baseball right now here on the show as we get set for this one. So back in the flash right after this.
And then, your San Antonio Mission.
Sean Reynolds, a righty coming out of the bullpen, will get the start for San Antonio as we're about ready to get this homestand underway. So I got to say that 97-mile-an-hour fastball is one of the most key components in his arsenal. And we're about ready to go. Jesus Bastidas coming in for the Corpus Christi Hooks. And let's play ball. We're underway. First pitch thrown. 1 ball, no strikes. First pitch, 4 o'clock on this day, and so far, really good. That one is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Boy, gotta say, first 2 pitches of this ball game, and both of them are balls. Boy, what's he doing? I have no idea, Bob, but Reynolds looks like he's getting a little preoccupied and stuff. That's fouled away. Count now 2-1. Corpus Christi. Hooks inscribed on the chest. And the 2-1. That one popped foul. The count now at 2-2. Well, got your ball clubs today. Midland at Springfield. Corpus Christi at San Antonio. Frisco at Amarillo. Northwest Arkansas at Arkansas. And that one right there, strike 3. And gets them down for the first strikeout of the day by Sean Reynolds. Wichita at Tulsa. And the pitch. That one down and in, and the count now 0-1. So far, a pretty nice afternoon, right, Bob? Gotta say, to start off this homestand of 6, it's pretty good. The 0-1. And that one's going to be line drive up the center, and that's going to get in for a base hit. Boy, come in quick on the base hit. Really good for Corpus Christi in that one. Well, that'll bring up Brian Arias. The pitch. That one high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first. 1 away here. Top of 1 here this afternoon. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. That's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Arias at the plate now, the third batter for the Hooks. And that's going to be right there to Ditter. He get one right there. He gets them both. A double play, Taco Bell. 3-6-4, that ends the inning. And that will do for the top half of 1. No runs on a hit, no errors, and nobody left on. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, it's no score through the top half. And we'll be right back at the bottom of the first. When we come back, our first commercial message, no score through the top half of 1. We're back in 3, 2, 1. Well, we're about ready to go for the bottom of the first inning. And now Derek West will start his pitching performance here for Corpus Christi. So far, a right-hander throwing a lot. A 4-seam fastball, a cutter, slider, curveball, a splitter. And boy, better be afraid of his pitches. If he throws first pitch for strikes, you better run for the hills if you get a chance to do that. Troy Howell leading off the bottom of the first inning for the Missions as he takes a strike. And that is the count now, 0-1. Few clouds from time to time. Beautiful day here in San Antonio. 2 weeks on the road. And that's going to be right there. Up to right field as that will be taken in for out number 1. Right fielder is Lake Bacher. Usually one of our pitchers up for the San Antonio roster. Getting in and taking in a place in the first base area. Here's pitch. And that one is a ball. The count now 1-1. Beautiful afternoon for the ball game. We're set early in this one. Line drive up to second. Run. And Mears round the bases as he hits that one up to right field. And that's now a 1-0 San Antonio lead here in this one. And I gotta say, he blistered that ball. Look at how he did it by show track. And boy, he really hit that one 406 feet in the air. Yeah, he sure did. And now the fourth batter, Marcos Castellon. As he comes in, takes a ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 away after the home run. And that's going to be lined up to center, and that's a base knock. Well, pretty good on that one. Another base hit, and you could get already another home run, making it 3-0 shutout. Third baseman Graham Pauly coming in. As he takes one high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. That was a splitter indefinitely. Missions, a pretty good home white uniforms. Proud sponsor of San Antonio baseball is Bravo Plus Laundry Detergent. You can find that in H-E-B or anywhere laundry detergents like that are sold. And that's going to be high fly in the air up to center. And that will do for this half inning. Well, Joshua Mears get a run on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. As we head to the top of the second, and it's 1-0 San Antonio. Justin Durden will come in as we lead off the top of the second for Corpus Christi. When we come back, it's 1-0 Missions. We're about ready to go for the top half of the second right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Justin Durden will lead off the top of the second for Corpus Christi as we lead off the top half of inning number 2. as that one's taken well and inside for a strike, and it's the count now 0-1. Fans watching from Corpus Christi. Beautiful Bayfront Park there. Watching us on the big screen there. And to say that probably travel all the way from the beach. No balls, 2 strikes to Durden. And the 0-2. That one high fly in the air. Howell in left will make the grab, and that is out number 1.
That is it. The right fielder,
Kenny Corona striding in, about ready to go. His pitch to him, and that one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, early on, let's give you some Texas League scores. And so far, gotta hope my computer will pop up those scores. And hopefully, yep, having a little technical difficulties. Bob, do you mind helping out a little bit on that? Yeah, I'm going to work on it. Stay focused on this one. Right, thank you. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Kenny Corona. Thinking that's his name. Kennedy, right there, swing and a miss, and that is out number 2. And that'll bring up the designated hitter. And that'll be Jacob Melton. Melton coming in, ready to go, and that is fouled off. The count now 0-1. Boy, just love the beautiful Corpus Christi blue jerseys. Don't they look amazing, Bob? I gotta say, Corpus Christi. We're 2.5. San Antonio will be up 1-0. Guy Murphy leads off, bottom of 2. When we come back, it's a 1-0 San Antonio lead over Corpus Christi. We're back with the bottom of the second right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Kai Murphy stepping in as we get set for the bottom of the second for the Missions. And now it's going to be high fly in the air up to right center, and center fielder will make the play for out number one.
The second baseman, Lucas.
Second baseman is Lucas Dunn as he comes in. He's ready to go. Yep, down and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Bob, see if you could get my scores on my computer, will you? It's saying it needs to restart on there. Okay, so we're going to have some technical difficulties. And that's going to be line drive. That's up the right field for a base knock. We're pretty good on that base knock. Yeah, so we are having some technical difficulties as we're getting this computer restarted. Shortstop Ray Patrick Ditter coming in. Runner at first, 1 away, bottom of 2, and a 1-0 San Antonio lead. And that's going to be line drive. That's going to be extra bases. And boy, that runner at first is headed home. And that is now another scored in, as Ditter will get himself an RBI double. Oh, absolutely beautiful. That one courtesy of Whataburger. Yeah, absolutely true there, Bob. Ditter, one of the most high-ranking prospects, still waiting on that call to get up to AAA El Paso. And here's the catcher, Brandon Valenzuela. Valenzuela coming in as he takes a ball down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner is second. And that's going to be hit right there to second, and they'll flip it right to first. Meanwhile, the runner at second will head to third, and he's 90 feet away from scoring in a third for San Antonio. Well, back to the top of the Missions lineup, stepping in Corey Howell, left fielder here. And that's going to be hit to third. And that will do for this half inning. But Ray Patrick Ditter will get an RBI double as a run in to score for the Missions here in this half inning. We played 2. It's 2-0 San Antonio. Top of the third coming up. And we come back as Tyler Whitaker will come in for Corpus Christi to start up the third inning. We're back right after this. We're back for the top of the third right here on the Missions Radio Network. Well, Tyler Whitaker stepping in for Corpus Christi. 2-0 our ball game. San Antonio scores a run on an RBI double. And the pitch. Right there and in. That's a strike, and the count now 0-1. No balls, one strike. The pitch. That one hit the shortstop deader. And right there, an error. And that's going on an E6 for the shortstop.
Batting in, the shortstop, Tommy Sacco Jr.
And that'll bring up Tommy Sacco Jr. As he comes in, ready to go. Here's pitch. Right there and in. That's a strike. Runner reached on an error following in that shortstop. 0-1. And that's right there. Line drive up to right field. And that's going to put runners at first and second now. Still nobody out. And that'll bring up C.J. Stubbs. And the pitch. That one high fly in the air. And that goes foul. Yep, gotta say we are having we're having some technical difficulties. There's one. And they get the runner out at third, trying to flip to 3-1. And boy, I tell you what, that would have been pretty cool to get a triple play. 3-2-1 on that one. And that's going to be right there. Bacher throws and won't be able to get him as a run in to score. As that is a one-run lead now for Corpus Christi to catch up. Well, gotta say, you don't see that every day, John. Yeah, I know. Brewer coming up now, as that is Jordan Brewer for the Hooks. And that's going to be high in the air, right there to Howell. Here comes up the run, and in the score, as that will tie up the ball game. It is now 2-2. Brian Arias, the next batter. As he pops that one foul, the count now 0-1. Well, Bob is working out our technical difficulties. And we'll say that we are trying to get in at some point. Yep, there we go. So that will be a pitch clock violation, as he waited too long. 1-1. And that one hit the third baseman, Pauly. He will flip it to first. That ends the half inning. So 2 runs come in, an error on San Antonio. And that will do for the top of the third. 3.5 complete here this afternoon. It's a score of 2-2 in this one. Lake Bacher coming in. As we get set for the bottom of the third, when we come back, it's a tied ball game, 2-2. We're back for the top of the third. Or bottom of the third, I do apologize. Right now on the Missions Radio Network. Lake Bacher coming in as we start up 2, 3, and 4. Bottom of 3. That one is high flying. Outside the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. That one down and in. For the count now 1-1. 2-2 our score. That one high and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1. Outside for a ball. And the count 3-1. On deck, Joshua Mears. As he comes in. And that one flipped to first. As that will be out number 1. Well, Joshua Mears coming in. Josh working pretty good out there in center field, right, Bob?
Gotta say, yeah, he is working phenomenally well out there in the center field area.
And that one hit right there. The short flip to first, and once again, 2 up, 2 down. And boy, just not a easy time right now as 2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring up Marcos Castellon. And that's lined up to right center, and that's a base knock. Boy, pretty good right there. That will be a pretty good one. Well, Amarillo winning a 1-run ball game against the Rough Riders, 7-6. against Frisco. So that was a pretty good ball game.
Yeah, it was indeed.
Well, bottom of the 6th inning for Arkansas. They lead their next door neighbor team, the Naturals, 4-3, bottom of 6. And that's going to be right there, high in the air up the center field, and that will do. Well, played 3 innings of baseball, and we're tied at 2 as we head to the 4th inning in this one. Back for more when we come back. Justin Durden will lead it off, top of 4, when we get ready to come back in this one. It's 2-2.
We're back here for the top of the 4th inning for Corpus Christi, right now on the Missions Radio Network.
Well, got to say, it is top of the 6th inning there in Tulsa, there at DCJ Field, as Wichita leads 3-0 against the Tulsa Drillers. Well, you got to say, that is a pretty good game out there in DCJ Field, and so far it is really good as Wichita trying to get a win on the road there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, we start up the 4th inning for Corpus Christi. Justin Durden coming in for the Hooks. The pitch is right there and in. That's a ball. The count now 1-0. Still working on the kink spot.
Yeah, I'm still working on everything, trying to get things going and looking pretty good on that one.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count now. And the pitch. And that's going to be line drive. That is up the middle for a base knock. Boy, and Corpus Christi still doing good on defense, but still trying to get more runs in to score more than ever.
Yeah, I gotta say, John, he's absolutely right about that. And it looks like Sean Reynolds may be getting a little tired, but he's worked 4 innings. I mean, this is his 4th right there. And that right there, boy howdy, get them both. That's a Taco Bell 6-4-3 double play. Boy, right there to the shortstop Ditter to Dunn. And right to first. That is a beautiful play as he'll knock down 2 more. And that's a total of 4 against Corpus Christi getting knocked down on double plays. And that one is in, and the count now 1 ball and no strikes. Melton 0 for 1, pop out in the 2nd for Corpus Christi. Here's the pitch. That one high flying in the air. Second baseman Dunn getting after it, and he'll make the play to get the final out here in this half inning. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for the Hooks. As we are 4.5 here this afternoon, and it's a 2-2 score.
the fourth when we come back, and we're deadlocked at 2. All right, John, I think I got the kinks worked out. And, yep, about ready for the bottom of the fourth inning right here on the Missions Radio Network. Kai Murphy stepping in as we are about ready to go for the bottom of the fourth for San Antonio. That one inside right there. The count now 0-1. Here's the pitch. And that one is a ball. The count now 1-1. Well, late afternoon day game, which is pretty nice. Kind of reminds me of a Sunday afternoon, right, Bob?
Gotta say, absolutely right. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track as that's a fly out to right center. And that is for out number 1. Kai Murphy in disbelief on that one.
Well, Lucas Dunn coming in, the number 7 hitter. 1 for 1 here today. That's going to be high fly in the air up to right. And there are 2 away.
Boy, gotta say, not a lot of hard hit balls in this one, but still tied up at 2-2 in this ball game.
Well, I gotta say, Bob, it's getting pretty interesting when you have a tie-up ball game. Ray Patrick Ditter, the shortstop, coming in, and he'll glove it right there, as that will be out number 3 on the play, and Ditter is not happy about that. So up to the 5th as we are tied 2-2, and that is not the way that things should be, but evidently touche on that one. We're top of the 5th when we come back, as Tyler Whitaker will come in for Corpus Christi when we return. So still deadlocked at 2.
We're back for the top of the 5th right here on the Missions Baseball Network.
Well, Tyler Whitaker coming in as we dry up. And, yep, we're going to have a meeting on the mound before we get started for this half inning of play for Corpus Christi. Yvonne Cruz will get started up for a relief position. Cruz now pitching for San Antonio.
And he's about ready to go as he strides up and meets Whitaker head on. And the pitch. High in the air, Castillon at first. Gets there and makes out number one. So high pop up. And the first one here in the fifth. Tommy Sacco Jr. coming in. He's ready to go. In the pitch. That one outside, 1 ball, no strikes. One 0. Right there and in, and the count now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count. And the pitch. That is popped foul, and the count now 1-2. One and two, one more time. You pop that one foul. Well, I gotta say, as you pop one's foul, you try to get one that you can hit. And right there, strike 3. Struck him down looking. And that'll bring up C.J. Stubbs. Stubbs coming in, and he's going to hit one fair ball as that will hug the line. And that's going to be a 2-out double.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Boy, I got to say, he really hit that ball on the line and up there to right, get a double on that play. Very impressive by C.J. Stubbs. And that'll bring up Jesus Bastidas. 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 1 for 2, single RBI. For Jesus. And that is ball 2, the count now 2-0. Boy, beautiful day here in San Antonio, and unlike many people, as you look at the Rockhounds being up there in Springfield, and right there and in, they count now 2-1. Well, I will say that ball game, they had a little weather delay. Oh, did they? Did they get a little rain? They probably did. High in the air, up in center, Mears getting under it, and that will do. Well, we're 5.5 here this afternoon as we are still tied at 2-2 here in this one. We're back for more as Brandon Valenzuela comes up to start the bottom of the 5th. When we come back, it's still a tie ball game of 2. Well, we now head for the bottom of the 5th inning right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Boy, I gotta say, as top of the 6th inning for the Rockhounds there in Springfield, there at Blue River Stadium, and boy, here come the rain and thunderstorms, as now they will be put in a rain delay as they get up top of the 6th inning.
Rockhounds 6-2 in the ball game there at Blue River Stadium. And I will say it is coming down heavy as we look at it. Looking at the live broadcast, and whew, yeah, there's where the rain was coming in, and it came down hard in buckets.
Yeah, I gotta say, that thunderstorm activity was over the ballpark, and boy, we'll say it's starting to get pretty interesting when we get the severe weather going into Springfield and Tulsa there in the North Divisions. And I will say it kind of interesting. Yep, first pitch thrown in, 1 ball, no strikes. As that one is thrown right there, and it's count now 1-1. Well, we're not going to start the bottom of the fifth just yet. We're going to look and see what happened as Rockhounds and Springfield were going head to head, and Rockhounds up 6-2, top of the sixth inning, 3 balls, no strikes. And boy, fans are getting off from their seats, and they're saying, well, I think it's time to go find a nice place to stay dry. I'm saying it for sure. And that one is probably right there. Strike on them. So, nope. 3 balls, no strikes, says that will be a 3-0 count. And whoa, look at that. The rain is coming down. Ball 4. And it is coming down. So we're going to see what happens here. The next batter up for the Rockhounds. And the pitch down and in, that's at the dirt. And the runner will swipe first to second. Boy, everybody getting wet as Springfield and Midland playing ball. Oh, man. I hope y'all got some soap and shampoo to take a bath. Oh, man. But, yeah, coming down heavy. And, yep, the manager's coming out to convene on the field. And, I don't know if they are going to call the rain delay or not, but probably they are. But it is coming down heavy there at Blue River Stadium. And I don't know, he's thinking about it. So, nope, it looks like they're going to keep on going. And, okay, make up your mind already. Yep, they look like they're clearing off the field already. Well, I guess not. So it looks like they're going to get the mound now. So they're not going to clear off the field. Runner at second for Midland. And they're going to put some dry dirt down on the mound and try to hopefully get that guy going for the Rockhounds. But the rain is still coming down there at Blue River Stadium as runner at second, 6-2. And yep, there we go. The players coming off the field as it is coming down heavy rain. Don't know if they'll get the tarp on the field. Okay, never mind. It looks like the players are still
going to play in the rain. There ain't no tarp coming on the field as of this point forward. Players just keep going left and right like they're about ready to get into the dugout and into the clubhouse. And I guess that they're calling it. So, yep, they are going to get the players off the field. The dirt on the mound is not going to be good enough. It will get wet anyways. So the Rockhounds and Springfield Cardinals are getting rained out as we speak there at Blue River Stadium. And boy, it is just coming down heavy there in Springfield. But anyway, I will say they are getting the grounds crew ready to go, and the tarp is coming off from the first base side. And yep, it takes a whole lot of boys to get out there and get that thing on. But anyway, I will say 6-2 Midland, runner as second, and now getting posted into a rain delay there at Blue River Stadium. And I will say you don't see this every day, but during the severe weather season, you most certainly do when it comes down to a rain delay. Is, well, you get the tarp on the field, and so far there's just fans just sitting in their seats with umbrellas and rain jackets. I bet they're smart of bringing those to the ballpark, even though they knew that it was going to rain there at Blue River today. But really good when you come prepared, so that's pretty good. All right, so we go to the bottom of the fifth inning as Brandon Valenzuela will strike up for the Missions. Well, it's a beautiful day. We have hardly a cloud in the sky as taking on Corpus Christi this afternoon. Sucks to be there in Springfield, Missouri, as the Rockhounds getting into that rain delay, top of the sixth inning. Midland 6, Springfield 2. High fly in the air, and that's going to be up to the right field area as that will be caught for the out. And that is out number 1. Well, plenty of rain chances Thursday and Friday as Flying Chanclas taking on Corpus Christi in this homestand. And we'll say we do have thunderstorms in our forecast on those days. Well, gotta say, it's pretty bad when you get up there and you get the storms. Yeah, probably right, Bob. But don't forget, we have morning baseball, 11:05 a.m. tomorrow morning. And it should be a partly cloudy or even a sunny afternoon as we get underway tomorrow. Corey Howell, 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count, 0 for 2. And glove to third. Boy, that was almost a base knock. Boy, and quick reaction there at third base, as the hot corner for Corpus Christi will take that ball. And that guy's got like cat-like reflexes. Again, he'll flip it, and that will be up to the first base area, as that is out number 3. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. As we head for the 6th inning, 2, 3, and 4 will come up as Jordan Brewer, Brian Arias, and Justin Durden will come up in this one. 2, 3, and 4 due up for Corpus Christi. When we come back, it's still a tie at 2-2.
Well, we're back for the top of the sixth inning right here for the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Jordan Brewer coming up as we get set for the sixth inning here of Corpus Christi. And the pitch. Down and in the inside corner. That's a strike, 0-1. 6-3 2-2 our score. Top of the sixth. But gotta say there, as Midland and Springfield will resume play after the rain delay. 6-3, top of the seventh for Midland. And that's going to be high fly in the air up to center is Joshua Mears as he will make the play for out number one. A lot of storm clouds around the stadium there at Blue River. Ryan Arias stepping in. And the pitch. That one is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0. And that one hit the third baseman, Pauly, as he'll flip it to Castillon there at first. And that is out number 2. Well, Justin Durden, if I do say that right. Yep, it is Justin. Coming in. And he's going to hit that one high fly in the air. Howell getting over there, and he'll make the play. And that is for out number 3. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors for Corpus Christi during this half inning. And it's on out to the bottom of the sixth, still tied at 2. Jairo Solis, a right-hander, will come in as he will warm up for Corpus Christi. And as we get ready for the bottom of the sixth inning, Joshua Mears will be on the on-deck circle as our new warm-up. Jairo Solis will warm up as a new reliever for Corpus Christi. As we get ready for the bottom of the sixth inning, it's still a tie of 2-2. We're back for more right after this. We're back for the bottom of the sixth right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Joshua Mears coming in. 3, 4, and 5 due up here in this half inning. As that's hit to second, and he'll flip to first, and that's 1 up, 1 down here in this half inning. Just the same as it was the last inning. And that'll bring up Marcos Castellon. Boy, and there's still not a hard hit balls in this ball game, and I will say it. Oh, Max Roberts and Jacob DeLabio coming in for Corpus Christi to line up in the bullpen. That one is taken in for a strike, and the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. And that's a line drive up the left center, and that's a base knock. We'll try to get another hit, home run. That would be good for the Missions here today. I will say, Bob, it's going to be pretty good if they could get a win. And so far, the Rockhounds beating Springfield. Final score 6-4. And, yep, they are 2.5 games against San Antonio in first place. And the Missions need a win to chip the deficit to at least 1.5. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Ty Murphy. Murphy coming in, he'll foul that one off, and that'll be the count 0-1. Third and fourth runs in on bases and looking for a 3-run shot by Murphy. That one is right there and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. And that's going to be hit right there. Second for 1. Relay, and they get them both. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. And we're still tied at 2 in this one as we end 6 here this afternoon. Kennedy Corona will lead off the top of the 7th for Corpus Christi as we are back here for more Texas League baseball, and it is a 2-2 score. We're about ready to go for the top of the 7th right here for the Missions Baseball Network. Well, we're back here as Kennedy Corona leads off the top of the 7th for Corpus Christi. In this one, and that one's going to be high fly in the air, Bacher in right. You get up shy of the warning track as that is out number 1. Well, 6-4, Midland beating Springfield. And now they're 2.5 games ahead of San Antonio in first place. That one high fly in the air. Center fielder Mears getting after that one, and he'll make that for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. And that'll bring up the next batter, Tyler Whitaker. He strides up next as he takes a coach strike, and the count now 0-1.
No balls, one strike. The pitch, and that's going to be line drive back up the middle. That's a base knock.
Now back, the shortstop.
And that's going to bring up Tommy Sacco Jr. Coming in as he'll take one and in and count now 0-1. 1 for 2 single on the run by Jr. here today, as so far that run comes in. Well earned on that one. High fly to left, and that will be out number 3, as that will do it. Well, we go to the bottom of the 7th, get up a stretch, and we are tied at 2. So back here with second baseman Lucas Dunn. When we come back, it's a 2-2 ball game here in this one. We're about ready for the bottom of the 7th, right here for the Missions Baseball Network. Second baseman Lucas Dunn drawing up here in the home half of 7. And that's going to be high in the air. Weak fouled off up to the left field area. And boy, out number 1. Boy, you don't see that every day, but these batters to no avail are not getting the bats warmed up here. 2-2 our score, as both Corpus Christi and Missions are up a tie. It's a foot race. Ray Patrick Ditter coming in is ready to go. Right there, 1 ball and 1 strike. And a pitch. High fly in the air up to right. Right fielder is camped under, and another fly out. Boy, it just seems like Corpus Christi knows the plans of their next door neighbor, San Antonio. Yeah, I know, Bob. It's like they try to get a base and knock, and they know every move. Yeah, for sure. It's like playing chess. Checkmate. Yep, for sure. Right there, hit the first, and that will do. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on those 3 balls right there. And we're up to the 8th inning. And 9-1-2 due up for Corpus Christi as we start up top of inning number 8. As CJ Stubbs will come in. Still a tie ball game here. It is 2-2. You know your mic is on. Oh, really? I didn't know about that, Bob. Well, we're about ready to go back on the air. In 3, 2, 1. Well, we welcome you guys back to our live broadcast here in Texas League Baseball, as it is a foot race, 2-2 our score, as both teams have hit 2 runs apiece, but still tie in a deadlock foot race, as trying to get more runs in here in this one. Well, CJ Stubbs leads off top of the 8th inning for Corpus Christi, as he takes in a cold strike and the count now 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. And get pretty interesting as we'll see how that goes. Castellon will throw to Cruz. He will get him right there. Hallelujah. Boy, that was a quick play right there as he will pass to the pitcher, Cruz. And boy, he get him out there at first. What a job well done by the pitcher. Got to give a touche to Cruz right there. Okay, John. Easy, boy. Settle down. Hold your horses. Yeah, if I have any. Jesus Bastidas coming in as he'll lead off for Corpus Christi. That one high fly in the air to center is Mears. And again, another 2 up, 2 down. And boy, they're getting a lot of zeros on the scoreboard as boy, Jordan Brewer now coming up for the Hooks. And right there he went. Oh boy, that's a strike. Count now is 0-1. Yo, 1. And that one is outside. The count now 1-1. 10,654. What a great deal of attendance today. First pitch of our ball game was 4:05 this afternoon. Hit to short, the deader to Castellon, and that will do. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We played 8.5 here this afternoon, and it's on now to the bottom of the 8th. When we come back, as the leadoff batter, Corey Howell, strides up for San Antonio. Howell, Bacher, and Mears coming in for the Missions. When we come back in the bottom of the 8th inning, here in Texas League Baseball, still a score of 2-2. About ready for the bottom of the 8th, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, left fielder Corey Howell steps up. 1, 2, and 3. Due up for the Missions. Down and in, 1 ball, no strikes as Jairo Solis throws 14 pitches in relief. And that's going to be high in the air. Right there in the right. And up on the warning track for the first out. And boy, Corey Howell ain't happy about that. He is just ticked off mad. And nobody blames him, but I wouldn't blame him if I was him out there. I'd be like, man, that's just a load of nonsense. Well, got to hit the ball hard or else it won't go. Lake Bacher coming in as he takes 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's going to be high fly in the air. They give a chase and up the center. As that will be 2 quick outs here in this half inning. Joshua Mears 1 for 3, solo home run back in the first inning. Boy, running out of time and a lot of zeros on the scoreboard. As it is a deadlock tie of 2-2. So it is a foot race between these two ball clubs. And that's going to be right there. Line drive up to right as the right fielder tries to run it down but can't get up there in time. And that'll bring up Marcos Castellon. Castellon is going to try to get something brewing here. And that one is going to be fouled. So the count now 0-1. 3 for 3 and 3 singles today. Just trying to get something going here. No balls, 1 strike. Runner at first, 2 away. Still a tie after 3 innings of this game. And right there, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count now to Castellon. And that's going to be high fly in the air. And up to right as he hits the wall. And that is 8 complete innings. Still nothing doing. As runner at first left stranded. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. As we head for the 9th inning. And it is still a tie of 2-2. Brian Arias coming in for Corpus Christi. When we come back, it's still a tie at 2. We're back for the top of the 9th right here on the Missions Baseball Network. Well, Brian Arias leads it off for Corpus Christi. Giovanni Cruz coming in as that's going to be well hit. High fly in the air. And that's going to be a home run. As Corpus Christi will break the tie. A lot of fans unhappy about that right there. And so far, San Antonio trailing just 2.5 games against Midland. We'll say they are celebrating out there in the visitor bullpen. 354 foot by Brian Arias. Exit velocity at a 100 even. And that's going to do for Giovanni Cruz. Is coming in for Corpus Christi. As he takes a strike in the count now 0-1. Our last inning here, this first game of 6 against the Hooks. No balls, 1 strike, the count to Jordan Durden. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Bacher in pursuit makes a grab.
has to reach out with his hand to make that play. And boy, good thing he didn't lose that one, or that would have been a double or triple on the bases. Fifth batter here today, Corona steps in. And oh, he whacks that one out of here. And that one is gone. And another run comes in for Corpus Christi. Boy, and the Hook fans out there at Bayfront Park are celebrating. They say Corpus Christi is the bomb. And evidently, I think they are. Yeah, well, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, John. Well, you got that right. Number 6 batter coming in, takes a strike in the inside corner, and that's counting down 0-1. 2 runs here in the top of the 9th inning for Corpus Christi. It's a 4-2 lead as the Hooks lead it. San Antonio trails the 2. Right there to Howell as he will grab that one. And that is out number 2.
Now third base.
Midland 22-12, beating Springfield 6-4 today. Boy, Frisco getting beat by Amarillo today. Amarillo 14-20, 19-14. That is the Rough Riders. Corpus Christi is 10-22 of the year, trying to make their 11th come into place. And that one is outside. The count now 1-1. Springfield 20-13. Midland winning that 6-4 against them today. And boy, they're trying to catch up with the Rockhounds. And that'll be a pitch clock violation. 2 balls, 1 strike on Reyes. It's a 2-1. And that's going to be right there, line drive, and that's going to hit the wall. And he's going to get into a double as Tyler Whitaker will slide into second safely. And boy, the Hooks are starting to hit the ball on all cylinders. And time is going to be called as that will be a trip to the mound. And we're going to have a new one come in. Savion Sandridge will try in for the Missions. Sandridge now pitching for San Antonio here to get the final out and stop the bleeding. And boy, runner at second, Tommy Sacco Jr. coming in as he swings and misses at that initial offering. And the count now is 0-1. Boy, San Antonio 3 outs from getting shut down. Don't forget tomorrow's ball game at 11:05 a.m. on that one. In the 0-2. And that's chopped foul. The count now 0-2. Well, San Antonio needs to knock in a 3-run shot to win this one, and maybe they will. Who knows? 0-2. Chopped foul, and he'll see another. Oh, 2. And that's another one fouled off. And he'll see another. No balls, 2 strikes. One more time. And that one will hit the net.
And still hanging on at no balls and 2 strikes in the count. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Finally, he breaks him down by wearing him out. And that will do for this half inning. So 2 runs on a couple of base hits, no errors. And at least 1 left standing. We now head for the bottom of the 9th. As it is a 4-2 Corpus Christi lead here in this one. We're back for more Texas League baseball. When we come back, San Antonio down to their last 3 outs right after this. Got ready for the bottom of the 9th, right here on the Missions Baseball Network. AJ Bluebro will come in for Corpus Christi as he tries to salvage getting the last 3 outs of this first game here today.
Leading off for the Missions, the
third baseman Graham Pauley. Drawing up now for San Antonio. As he chops one foul, the count now 0-1. Well, I'll tell you one thing, that San Antonio needs this win more than ever, as that's hit a ground ball right there to first, and that is out number 1 on the play. Designated hitter is Kai Murphy. Grounded out the 6, 0 for 3. So I will say, if we don't win here today, then evidently we will have our morning game tomorrow, and we'll see what happens then in that one. Yeah, I gotta say, you can't win all the ball games, but all the more reason is you have another day to fight tomorrow. That is for sure, Bob. Right there up the center. And boy, 2 outs, 1 more remain for the Missions. And boy, Corpus Christi comes up, attacks, full frontal attack in the top of the 9th inning. And that's going to be line drive, and that is going to be up right there. And now the tying run coming in. So Ray Patrick Ditter drawing up now, hopefully to get a 2-run shot to keep this game going. Swings and misses, and the count now 0-1. No ball, 2 strikes, runner at first. That one is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first, 2 away, 4-2 Corpus Christi in this ball game. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, that's a base knock. So hit a 3-run shot, and that will win it. The winning run now coming up for the Missions. And boy, this is a big moment now as Brandon Valenzuela trying to get in and winning this ball game. Takes one outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Well, hopefully getting the 21st to put a half game against Midland. And that's going to be high fly in the air, and that's up to short. And that is ball game. Oh, man. I was really thinking that there would have been a little push, but evidently there was not. Well, Corpus Christi getting their 11th of the season as they take that one. And boy, I will say what a fun day we've had. As that will wrap up and conclude the first game of our 6 games here today. So your final 4-2 as Corpus Christi wins this one. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Corpus Christi. 2 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for San Antonio.
For the Mission, 2 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 52 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
So we will see you guys back in the morning, and hope y'all have a good night.